Mentors Intellectual Hub. Dear students, we are again with you to discuss the pattern of examination regarding English subject for class 12th. The examinations are likely to be conducted in the month of December or at the end of the November. We have already discussed one or two papers, the pattern of those papers which are going to be conducted jkbose session annual 2020. Here today we will discuss and analyze the pattern of examination for English paper for class 12th. Dear students, regarding English subject for class 12th, the question paper will be based on four sections. Section A, comprehension, it will carry 10 marks. Section B, language skills, it will carry 30 marks. Section C, grammar, it will carry 15 marks. Section D, literature, it will carry 45 marks. Here, it is pertinent to mention that literature alone carries approximately 50% weightage of overall paper. So, students have to give more focus on section D, that is literature. Now, we will analyze each section one by one and will also give you some insights what kind of questions may be asked under each section. First of all, we will take section A, that is comprehension. Section A is basically reading comprehension. What is comprehension? Comprehension is basically the power of understanding. Here we will be given an unseen passage. We have to understand that very passage completely. This unseen passage will be followed by 10 objective type questions. So what are the techniques? How we will solve correctly the unseen passage? Bear in mind students, we have to make 2 to 3 readings of the unseen passage. It will hardly take 2 to 3 minutes. Once we will read it completely and will understand it, then we have to underline the important points given in the passage. After that, keeping in mind those very important points, we can easily solve the objective questions followed at the end of the passage. Section B, it is language skill. It is based on language skill. Here, the examiner will test the candidate's writing skill. What are the questions which will be put under this section? A student of class 12th is expected to write a decent letter. He is also expected to write a report, to draft a report, to write a poster, to write a decent paragraph on any given topic, to write a dialogue, and finally to generate a decent article writing on any given topic. However, you know well that in 2020, COVID-19 pandemic has affected each and every aspect of our life. So there are chances that in letter writing and in paragraph writing as well as in article, there will be questions asked regarding COVID-19 pandemic. What were your hobbies during COVID-19 pandemic? How you studied during COVID-19 pandemic? What were the things or what are the likely methods you put to save yourself and your family from COVID-19 pandemic? At the same time, in paragraph writing as well as in articles, we will be asked, probability is that we will be asked to write merits and demerits of online classes, how online classes are helping in education sector, is there need of online classes, Has the need emerged for online classes due to present circumstances of COVID-19 pandemic and other cases? Or how you how online classes contributed to your education? In letter writing, you will be also asked to write a letter to your friend that you are not able to visit his village, to visit his town, to spend your summer vacations because of lockdown, because of COVID-19 pandemic. Regarding report writing, in report writing you have to report any kind of incident which has taken place in your neighborhood, in your village, or in your town. Like a fire incident has taken place, an accident has taken place. But here we have to keep in mind that in report writing we have to mention the date, the time, and other factual things. We have to justify our report writing by factual things. But don't forget to write the name of place, the time of place, and the date of place. Then we will be asked to write a poster. It is very easy. You have to write a poster or any given theme so that you can use very good words such that the customers are attracted towards the poster. It can be educational poster, it can be business poster, etc. Then we are having paragraph writing. In paragraph writing, we will be asked to write a paragraph on any given theme like online class or COVID-19 pandemic. Then comes dialogue. Dialogue is simply a conversation between two persons. There is no third party. Dialogue can be between two friends, a friend and his neighbor, doctor and patient, teacher and student, etc. Finally, we will be asked to write any article on any given theme. Again, there are chances that we will be asked to write regarding online classes or COVID-19 pandemic. These all things come under section B, that is language skills. Coming to the next section C, it is grammar. Grammar, you know well that it is the language, it is the tool of the language. Here we will be given blank some blank sentences where we have to insert articles, if not articles then conjunctions or prepositions or correct form of verb, that's tense, or modals. What are articles? You might have read an and the articles. We have to once again take a look on the articles, their uses, their appropriate uses, so that we can correctly insert articles in the sentences. Conjunction. Conjunction is a word which combines or connects two sentences. For example, Iqbal did not come school because he was ill. The word because here is a conjunction, it connects two sentences together. It combines two sentences together. Then comes prepositions. Preposition is a word which is placed before noun or a pronoun. For example, on, in, at, or, at, above, below, beneath, etc. For example, the cat is on the table. Here the word on is a preposition. The book is in the locker. Here the word in is a preposition. Then comes the form of verb. Either it may be present tense, past tense, or future tense. Accordingly, we have to insert the proper form of verb. Then comes modals. We are having modals like will, shall, will, would, may, might, etc. Here once again we have to know their uses once again so that we can correctly use the modals in the sentences. The second part of the grammar is that narration and relative clause. Narration is simply direct and indirect sentences. Either we will be asked to change direct sentence into indirect or indirect into direct sentence. Then comes relative clause. Clause is a part of a sentence. In a sentence, we are having two clauses: main clauses, principal clause. Main clause or principal clause or independent clause. Second clause, second part of the sentence is subordinate clause or dependent clause. For example, I have a watch, it is studded with diamonds. I have a watch is principal clause or main clause because it is independent clause as it is having its own meaning. Which is studded with diamonds is dependent clause. Unless and until it is not having main clause, it becomes meaningless. Section D is literature. Under literature, we have poetry, short stories, essays, and plays. Question number 1. There will be full poem or some stanzas of poem like important poems we are having in our text. It's Once Upon a Time, Punishment in Kindergarten, When Autumn Came, and Sunrise. These are four important poems. Here the stanzas will be given and questions will be framed on those very stanzas, and you have to answer those very questions. Here it is worth to mention that some of the important poems like Once Upon a Time, Punishment in Kindergarten are available at our YouTube channel, which is widely known as Mentors Intellectual Hub. What you have to do, you have to open your YouTube, then search for Mentors Intellectual Hub. There you will get 2 to 3 poems with in-depth analysis and critical appreciation. Second question under section D. Two questions directly based on poem Once Upon a Time When Autumn Came. These are some of the important poems: Once Upon a Time, When Autumn Came, and Sunrise. Here two questions will be directly based. These will be straightforward questions and you have to write the answer of those two questions. Question third under literature category. Here you will have to identify the poetic devices used by the author in short stories, more importantly in poems like Once Upon a Time, Sunrise, When Autumn Came. Poetic devices are simply like metaphors and similes, alliterations, rhymes, rhyme scheme. So you have to find poetic devices used by poet or the author in the given stories or in the poems. Question number 4. There will be two short answer type questions. These questions will be based on short stories. We are having two important short stories in our text, that is Gumdrop Affair and Cockfight. You have to write the answer of those very questions which will be based on Cockfight or Gumdrop Affair. Question number 5. It is simply a character sketch. You have to write two characters, but we have given here three. Two are very much important. There is possibility that C.V. Raman and Mirjanko Babu. There are chances that you will have to these two will be asked in the examination. So prepare C.V. Raman, Mirjanko Babu, Shahmal and Najab as well. But C.V. Raman and Mirjanko Babu are very much important. You will have to write the character sketch on C.V. Raman or Mirjanko Babu. Then question number 6. We are having two essays, 2 to 3 essays in our text, but two are very much important: lie and forgetting. Two questions will be framed directly on those very topics, that is lie and forgetting. So prepare lie and forgetting and summarize the notes of lie and forgetting so that you can easily answer two short questions. Finally, we'll be asked one long answer type question which will be based on a play, that is Box and Cox. What you have to do here, you have to read Box and Cox and summarize it in your own words. Then you can easily answer the question which will be asked in our examination paper. So thanks a lot. Wish you all the best in your examination. Thanks a lot. Thank you.